Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to another video from GT Sports Mates. So, what do we have for you today? Well, it is another race from Red Bull Ring. 13 drivers, 5 laps. How will we get on? So as you can see, we're already on the way. Following John here into turn 1, who instantly just gets absolutely swarmed and pushed off track. Turn 1 in any race is always an absolute nightmare, and this has not gone John's way at all. Plummeting down to 5th place off the line. Myself, in the top right corner, you saw the bonnet of my car make a very brief appearance. As we come down into turn number 3, the Corvette running a little bit wide. Jordan getting a little bit pushed by the guy in 2nd place, but nothing too much, no trouble really. And we're all through. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the videos, and let me explain what we do here. As you can see, there's 2 screens. This is John in the Subaru, myself there in the top right corner in the Mustang. And what we like to do is basically keep where the action is. So you'll see throughout the race that we change places. I'll go onto the big screen, John will go up in the top corner, and that'll happen several times. Like I said, just to keep where the action is, otherwise it can be a little bit boring. So, the Red Bull Ring here, as we've said, we've covered this track quite a lot. It's a very popular track, I will admit. Not a track I particularly excel at, I will be completely honest with you. John normally does pretty well here though, in the Subaru. Let's see what kind of result he can get. Now, he did start in 1st, was it, I think? Maybe 2nd? 1st or 2nd. And he instantly went down to 5th place after the 1st corner. But as you can see, he's up to 4th place. And he's looking to make a move actually on 3rd, coming into turn number 1. As you saw the camera switch, it's gone to me as John does make the move and gets it to stick through the 1st corner there, doing very well indeed, but he's going to have trouble as that Corvette is not slow at all. We switch it over to myself here because obviously, as you can see, the action's, well, in front of me. So it's a bit of a better angle to see the action at, so we're going to stick here for the time being. As the Corvette looks for a move up the inside, doesn't quite get that move done, goes into the side of John, and I will say this, he did extremely well to hold that, because that corner is quite difficult in the best times, especially when you collide with someone. But the Corvette driver doing a very, very good job there of basically keeping the car pointed in the right direction. However, it did slow him down, and as you can see, we now in 4th place in the Mustang. So, not a bad start really. Almost 2 laps in. We're on the 2nd lap, and I'm now up into 4th place. John back up to 3rd place, looking for 2nd, who's just ahead of him there with a penalty as well. Not quite sure I got a penalty, but yeah, doesn't really affect us whatsoever. As we come down the, well, it's not really a back straight, I suppose, is it? Nah, I don't know what you call it. Anyway, coming down to the 2nd to last corner here, very, very difficult, these 2 corners, because it's so easy to just carry on running. And look at the runoff on both these corners. The runoff is massive, and you will get a penalty. It is so easy to get penalties here at Red Bull Ring that if you go off there, you're definitely going to get one. Look back quickly to see where the Corvette is, and he's well and truly in my slipstream, so I'm going to have to be super careful through turn 1 here. Don't want a penalty. He did have one, but nothing too big. He will get rid of that coming down into the turn number 3 at the end of this straight. But I'm going to be keeping my eye out on the Corvette, because like I said, it's not a slow car, and even though the Mustang does outpace it, he's in my slipstream, so he's definitely going to be closing the gap anyway. Switching back over to John there, as you can see, as we come down around turn number 3. It's still stupid, that is. Turn number 3, it's turn 2. That little kink in the straight doesn't count, I don't think, but they say it does, so there you go, turn 3. Anyway, coming down now to turn number 4, probably the hardest corner on the track. This is well, the road slopes away from you as you're turning right, as you're braking, and it's also a downhill. There's so much going on in that corner. It is super easy to just overcook it basically into the corner, and if you end up in the gravel, well, I don't even want to tell you. You just end up, you're out basically. There's just no coming back from that. So getting turn 4 perfect is absolutely crucial here at Red Bull. The guy in 1st, I just got to say, he's absolutely dominating so far. He's disappeared. But John is well and truly on the heels of the guy in 2nd as we come through the 2nd to last corner. Now through the last corner onto the home straight, and you just look at the gap now. John's brought that down to not much at all. The guy in 2nd though, going far to the right, and he just, well, he just stops. He comes to a complete crawl. I'm not sure why. John going around 1st corner there, doing fine. Myself in the top corner. The guy basically came to a stop. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting, but it's a free place for both me and John. John up into 2nd, myself up into 3rd. So yeah, we'll take that all day long. If someone wants to just stop and give us a place, absolutely, please do. Round turn number 3 now. Now, as we very briefly glanced back, you saw how close the Corvette was to myself. I am now in a bit of a predicament. Do I try and speed up to catch John? Or do I play it safe and defend against the Corvette? Now, as you can see, I run slightly deep there into that corner. That's not going to help me whatsoever. But yeah, it's a bit of a predicament. If I try and speed up, there's a chance of making an error. On this track, I don't want to excel, like I said. And if you do make an error and you end up going off track, well, like I said, you're just going to keep going off track. You can't really get back on in any sort of fashion. So the Corvette will easily come past. John picking up a penalty though. Oof, that's interesting. I think he must have been like a pixel over then. But yeah, he's picked up a penalty. Nothing too much to worry about. As you can see, he's stretching his leg a little bit now. As he starts to pull away, I am going more defensive in my driving rather than attacking. I'm a bit more conscientious of where the Corvette is over than trying to catch John. I'm in third at the minute. I'm on the podium on the last lap now as we've just come across start finish. He's not that far behind me, the Corvette. He isn't that far behind me at all. And I think if I push too much, if I make a mistake, he's going to come past. And he does have a penalty, but it's 2 tenths of a penalty. He'll get rid of that. Actually, he'll probably get rid of it by the end of this straight on this turn number 3 as John's about to approach it in the top right corner. I'm going purple low here on the 5th lap, which means I'm doing something right. But I run a little bit deeper than I wanted to through turn 3 there. And the Corvette, again, well and truly in the slipstream. He's going to be there all the way down here to turn number 4. So it started well this lap. I'd gone purple, but I think I've just messed it up. So not going to be setting any lap records, I don't think, here. Round turn number 4, and I'm just on the very, very edge there of the gravel, and the Corvette almost followed me straight off as well then. Yeah, I think he's now pushing to try and catch up. I'm pushing not to try and catch up to John, although he does have a penalty, so if I did catch up, potentially I could jump him. But I think he's a little bit too far away at the minute for that to happen, and we're very quickly running out of corners. But the Corvette, I think, is trying his hardest to push, and as you can see now, I've managed to open up that gap a little bit more. I'm a bit more comfortable now. I'm not going to catch John. I know I'm not going to catch John. All I can do is try and keep this clean, not get a penalty. If we get a penalty, that could be absolutely deadly. Round the last corner we go. John in the top right corner, across the line in a P2. Great result there for John, especially with what happened to myself coming across now in P3. What a race that was. Up and downs all the way, and a very interesting technique from the guy who decides to stop mid-race. Not sure why. But anyway, that's all I've got time for, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Please give us a like and a comment, and we will see you all next time.